How did you go about? Because a lot of people out there would love to get into the field of tech repair. Because I know it's enough.
Yeah.
It's passion for a lot of people. So how did you get into it?
So there's a lot of ways. Obviously, depends on the person and what type of tech they want to get into, from programming or whatever. But for me personally, I've always been into tech from when I was a kid, playing on my dad's Commodore Amiga 500 plus, I think it was, and a BBC Micro, if anyone remembers one of those. If they're old enough, to first upgrading those with memory, to getting a Windows PC, which had something like 100 megahertz processor, I think it was back then, and 16 megabytes of RAM, and upgrading that. And then basically, this is while I was still a teenager, before I'd left school. When I did like a business and finance course when I was like in sixth form / college. Went on and couldn't get a job anywhere. I actually visited my brother at the time, who was in the RAF down in an area near London, and coincidentally somewhere was advertising for temporary staff, and I got myself a job working basically for Sony, or a company what repairs PlayStations and stuff like that. Back in the day, it was a PlayStation 1 and 2 back then, so it gives you a rough idea where I started. And then basically the company decided, oh, we're closing down, not Sony itself, but the actual company who did all the repairs. And then I come back up to the centre of England, the Midlands, shall we say, and worked for a few computer repair companies and stuff, and saw all the things what you should do right, as well as all the things you shouldn't do as well. Some of them are not always the best, to be honest with you, and I've learned from there. So it's just basically been a gradual thing. If anyone is wanting to get into the tech side of things, like repairs and stuff like that, it's quite a hard thing. What I would recommend they do is probably try volunteering, Saturday job or something along that lines for your local computer repair company. You'll get more experience from doing that than going to a college course, which will tell you how to repair one computer and will really only give you the basics.